Hi, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the PACRats.
I thought you forgot the name of our podcast.
I did
That's
not.
okay. I forgot it.
Yeah, did you?
No. I wish.
It's me. It's Frankie.
It's Ian.
I'm Jordan Ringworm Turner.
And this week, it is my episode. And I've picked something to fit the spoopy season that we're recording, but not uploading. This is going to be our Halloween special that airs in
2027.
December.
I'm trying to figure out. So I uploaded the childhood crushes video earlier today.
Uh-huh.
So you should promote that, Ian. See, this is
You
the
mean the
kind of
social media
content.
team uploaded the...
Oh yeah, the social media team. Well, I do the upload. The social media team should promote the video.
Mhm.
See, this is the kind of like the background, the backstage stuff you guys get to hear only on our show. Of us informing the social media team that they should do things without informing them beforehand. But that's uploaded. Very good, very good.
Nice.
And so next week, which will be the 20. Oh, my calendar's on August. That's wrong. Which will be the 30th. That will be Jordan's episode about the fucking Pokemon shit.
Oh, is it a bird or is it a
Dog. Was that it? Dog?
Yeah. I don't remember what it was.
For some reason, I want to say fish, but I know that's not right.
And then on November 6th will be Ian's episode, which is woo! Oh,
Yeah.
boy, baby. It was an episode. We all remember it. Highly remembered by everyone who recorded it.
Yeah.
By everyone who was there as we go searching through the weeks of conversation.
I think that was
in our video, in our group chat.
I think that was the other Ian. You know how like the real Paul in the Beatles is dead? The real Ian is dead. That was the other Ian. This is a new Ian, so I don't remember.
It's like the third Ian.
This is the 7th Ian, actually. For some reason, I keep...
Yeah, sorry.
For some reason, I keep dying. I don't know why.
We're going through a thing where we were going to record, and then I got COVID. So we didn't record.
Have we all gotten COVID, officially?
Yeah.
Ah, look at us.
I got a baby disease before I got COVID, though, so...
Okay, yeah, it's true. Oh, here's one. We said we're going to record on Skype. I'll have to eat. Unless you guys want to just talk while I eat. I can start a little earlier. Oh, okay. Your episode, Ian, November 6th. Movies or other media being turned into musicals.
Ah, yes.
Musical adaptations. And then, so this episode, which is about spoopy things, will timely air November 13th, which is Sunday the 13th, the spookiest day of the year. So,
the spookiest day.
The spookiest day of the year, Sunday the 13th. Everyone knows the famous movie franchise, Sunday the 13th.
Yeah.
Joshua, the killer. The serial killer, Joshua. Yes, everyone is big fans of that. He wears a catcher's mask.
Joshua fit the battle of Jericho. I don't know if you know this.
He wears a catcher's mask, like a baseball catcher's mask.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everyone's a big fan of Joshua, the serial killer.
Mm-hmm.
Surprisingly, in the first Sunday the 13th. So, go on. What's up?
Sorry, there is actually like a religious parody movie.
On Sunday the 13th, very funny, I think. In the first one, it's his father that's the dad. or the killer. The father is dead. It's the father.
Plot twist: the father is the dad.
Yeah, plot twist. The father's the killer in the first one, not Joshua. But Joshua's the killer in all the other ones, except for the fifth movie, where they think it's Joshua, but it's just people dreaming of Joshua, and it's just a random person who's killing. Really niche humor for you guys.
Don't forget the third one is actually called Season of the
Well, that's Halloween.
Man.
Come on, Ian. That's Halloween. That's a different franchise.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's the Arbor Day franchise. Come on, you're confusing them. You're confusing the two franchises. I get why. I get why you do them. Because it's about mass killers, but.
And then the other one is called
Daydream on Pine Street.
I was gonna say a wet dream on Pine Street.
Yeah, well, that's a porno. Yeah.
That's
just watch the porno.
Do you think there's a porn version of Nightmare on Elm Street?
Absolutely.
100% a porn version of Nightmare on Elm Street.
Do you think Robert Englund is in it?
No, unfortunately, no. We don't get to see Robert Englund in a porno. Anyway, what we're doing, as you can see by the title, and we're going to reveal to you 6.5 minutes into the episode.
This seems about right.
Yeah, that seems right for us. We're talking about things that scared us as children, because my episodes are all about you as a child. First episode was childhood crushes. Now, what scared you as a child?
Well, because we're all still children when you really think about it.
I want to know your childhood hopes.
Yeah, I can't read yet.
I want to know your childhood hopes and your childhood fears so I can use them against you and become super powerful and take over the world.
Well, Jordan's already came true. We found out that Jordan can't read, so.
Was that Jordan's number one fear? Revealing to the world that they can't read?
Yeah.
What?
With that going on, childhood fears. I want to start because this is the thing that I thought of that made me think of this. Right, I was talking to someone about movies and books that we've read, and one of the first books that I ever read, and so thus one of the first movies I watched is I read the first Harry Potter book when it came out, or not when it came out. Obviously, I wasn't alive. I read the first Harry Potter book in kindergarten.
Mm-hmm.
So the first movie comes out in 2001. I watched it probably in 2002. So I am 5 years old.
Baby.
Yeah. So after I read the book, we watched the movie, right? The ending sequence of that first Harry Potter movie, when Quirrell is attacking Harry, and Harry grabs him and he turns to stone and crumples to the ground. Terrifying.
Interesting.
Because that's how I pictured it in my mind.
Right.
But imagine because it starts with he's got a fucking head on the back of his head.
Right.
And then I'm gonna share my screen, right? This is what you see at the end of the movie. Let me pop that up real quick. Share screen. There's the button. You guys are getting. See, here's the thing. The people.
Sorry to Spotify.
The people. What'd you say?
Sorry to Spotify right now.
The people watching this too. They're getting some real. Can you guys see it? Is it sharing?
Yeah.
Do you see that face?
I don't know where you found this picture of me, Frankie, but.
Do you see how scary that is as a 5-year-old child?
Let's look at Frankie's tabs.
Is my email, is a random number generator, a coin flipper, a YouTube playlist, my bar app report, Twitch stream, a God of War review, my Xfinity recording, a poster that I'm thinking about buying someone for Christmas, a Taylor Swift YouTube video. I was watching that. Scary childhood media search to confirm some names of things. Goosebumps thing, which is going to come up later. and our email for PACRats, where we didn't get a question, but we do have
Oh
a
no.
no. We have a comment on a video that I'm going to read out.
I have a question about. I have a question about the Taylor Swift video.
Yeah.
Is it Lavender Haze?
No, it's anti-hero. Someone told me to listen to the song, so that's why I listened to
I'm
it.
gonna say because there was drama with Lavender Haze.
The whole album is a banger, is like a bop. I really enjoyed this album.
Yeah, I'll expose myself later with the comment that someone left on our video I uploaded today.
Uh-oh.
I really got fucking called out by this comment. So
Frankie, don't expose yourself. That's called indecent exposure. You should know this as a lawyer.
Yeah, seriously.
But yeah, this was frightening to me as a child. I thought, man, if like a child touches me, I'm gonna. God, not sharing this.
And you should still feel that way. If a child touches you, still to this day, you that will be you.
You will turn to dust and die. That's what happens when children touch you.
So don't let a child touch you. That's the lesson of today.
That's why I make children stay away from it. I make them always stay 10 feet back.
You've been social distancing even before the pandemic.
Yeah, well, that's just
children.
I don't like. That's just well, everyone's. I don't like human beings either.
And yet, you like us.
Well, I record with you.
Oh.
The disappointment.
Oh, wow. I hope that shows up in the recording.
Why?
The disappointed faces that Jordan sent into the chat.
Oh no.
But yeah, so one of the first things that ever scared me was Harry Potter. The first movie. I almost didn't watch the second movie because I was like, this is going to become a nightmare in the end.
I mean, that's fair. 100% fair.
Who else was scared as a child?
Oh, I was.
Always scared.
So for me, one of the first things that I specifically remember being afraid of. Do y'all remember the show Smart Guy?
Mm-mm.
I've never even heard of that show.
So it was like an old Disney Channel show that like starred like the brother of Tia and Tamara Mowry. And like it was about like this kid that I believe was like I forget either whether he was like a child genius, or he was just a smart ass. Probably the latter because it was the 90s, but who knows. And I remember their Halloween episode involved like the main character's like older sister dressing up in like a yellow rain poncho with a pig mask on it and carrying an axe.
I'm looking at this right now, and wow.
It is terrifying.
I'm sorry, what did you say it was called? Tiny Tim? No, that's wrong. Smart Guy.
Yeah. Tiny Tim.
Smart Guy Pig Mask episode?
Yeah.
Wow, that's like a search. I typed in Smart Guy Pig. Oh my god.
Yeah. It is terrifying. But I specifically remember like having a nightmare about it where it like killed my parents. And it's like one of the most
funny.
It's really funny. In retrospect, it's really funny. I think we figured it out, guys. But yeah, this was like
what you didn't know about that pig guy, he went to become the pig guy from the Saw movies. So great career for him.
Pigman is like, he's making money moves, as the kids say. Are the kids still saying that?
He became Peppa Pig's dad, which
Daddy Pig indeed.
Yeah, he became Peppa Pig's dad in the hit video game My Friend Peppa Pig.
Dun 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 dun.
Sorry, Ian. I'm trying to derail this episode.
Wait, what?
I was looking at the pictures. I was looking at the pig. I said I'm apologizing to you for derailing you talking about the pig man. and for derailing the episode.
I mean, it's our podcast. It always derails.
But there's a thing called it's a picture of the brother of T and Tamara brother, and it says the Smart Guy episode when TJ met a pedophile on the internet. What? Was that an episode? Was that
Man.
I don't remember that, honestly.
This is a weird show.
Like, I do
All right.
not remember that.
This show is like
It doesn't surprise me though, because shows from like the 90s about like, let's teach kids a valuable lesson in life.
Right?
You know? I just assumed the show was from the 90s. It looks like it.
Yeah, it's definitely from the 90s for sure. All the best shows were from the 90s.
It's true.
Jordan, what were you afraid of?
I mean, I was afraid of a lot of things. I've had anxieties for as long as I can remember. But, like, okay. The first one I have is like, it's very general and broad. I don't have a specific part of it, but like creepypasta.
Oh, yeah. Like,
That was huge when we were children. Or at
Yeah.
least when I was. And like specifically, I guess like Slenderman.
Wait a second. At least whoa. Pause there. At least when you were a child, you're a year younger than me.
I'm only 23.
Sorry. You're 2 years younger than me. At least when I was a child. Fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But anyway, like Slenderman specifically was such a huge part of pop culture. Like people were making Slenderman, My Little Ponies. People were making Webkin versions, and like he was just everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
That was creepy as fuck.
Yeah. It was. I mean, yeah. I think the
I
creepiest
was
part
never-
was like the jump scare.
Mm-hmm.
I was never scared of Slenderman because I never really delved into the world of creepypastas.
Yeah, me either.
I didn't either, but it
So-
was just all around me.
I never saw Slenderman though. Like I saw Slenderman. The first time I saw Slenderman was a rage quit video on Achievement Hunter when they played the game, and so I was laughing because it was funny. And so I always associate Slenderman with a fucking little idiot.
I recently just learned the origins of Slenderman. There was, I can't remember, it wasn't Reddit, but it was like a similar site to Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
It was all about like paranormal and creepy things.
Yeah.
And they had a photo contest of who could make the creepiest photo, and it won.
That sounds about right. What we're trying to say is Reddit is to blame for a lot of things.
I will say that the one creepypasta that really got to me was fucking Jeff the Killer. What a creepy image that I hate looking at even now. I don't want to look at that face.
Yeah, that face does give me the creeps, but I don't even really know the story of Jeff the Killer.
Oh, I don't know what the story is either. I just don't like that face.
Yeah, I don't like that face.
Creepy.
But I know that they also made like a version of the story, or like somewhere there's a version of the story where Jeff the Killer is hot.
That doesn't surprise me.
And there's you know, because it's the internet and everything has to be fuckable. You know,
Rule
so
34. Rule 34.
Rule 34.
If it exists,
So-
it's porn.
Yeah. I think the only creepypasta that I like read was the one about like the lost episode of SpongeBob Squidward's suicide.
Oh my god.
That one, and then the one of like the Disney one with the Mickey taking off his head.
Mm.
Those are the
I
only
do
two.
remember that one. Oh, that one was creepy.
That one didn't
That
creep
was
me
like-
out.
That one you might call a creepypasta.
Oh, what's that other creepypasta where it's like that Russian experiment or whatever?
Oh my god, I loved that one though.
I don't know that one.
So good.
What was it, like a Russian sleep experiment, or was it like a thing where they
Yeah, it's the Russian sleep experiment. They take like a group of men and they lock them in a cage without food, water, sleep, anything. And the lights are on 24/7. There's no windows. There's just a little porthole that they can observe them through. And they like go insane and they become like not human creatures and they eat each other and everything.
same.
I do remember that.
Is there a picture of what they look like somewhere?
Yes. If you just type in Russian sleep experiment, like in their browser, it'll come up. It has to be probably one of the most famous ones.
I mean, I think it looks cute. It's cute. I don't know what everybody's talking about.
What was cute? The Russian sleep experiment.
No, they made like a short of it or something
Oh, that's cool.
in 2015.
Yeah.
Oh, the other thing too about the experiment is that there's also like a gas that they're putting into the room.
Yeah.
I'm discovering that I remember a lot more creepypastas, but I don't remember reading them. I just know them from like YouTube.
I'm looking at like a list of creepypastas and I don't remember most of these. I remember Jeff the Killer and Slender Man and like Abandoned by Disney.
Yeah.
And then the Russian sleep experiment I do remember. But like I don't remember most of these.
Would we classify the Splash Mountain I'm gonna marry your dad as a creepypasta?
What?
I'm sorry, what the fuck is that?
Oh my god, no. You have to know this one.
I'm gonna marry your dad? What is this?
It's Blair Fox.
What?
I've seen like the meme of it. I didn't know it was an actual thing.
It's an actual
Blair
show. I'll
Fox?
send it to you to read later.
Rare Fox is gonna marry my dad? That
Frankie,
feels illegal.
You're about to be named Frankie Fox.
Oh no! Oh no! Do I have to change my name? Is that what happened?
I'll send it to you guys, but the whole article is called 5 times the animatronic fox on Splash Mountain addressed me by name and told me he was gonna marry my dad.
That's not even a creepypasta. That's just fucking fan fiction.
That's not even a creepypasta. That's a love story. That's a fucking love story right there.
I like that one.
I'm not reading it, George. I'm not giving it attention.
I'm not.
No, it's so funny.
I'm not reading a page that's on fucking Clickhole. What a shit website that is.
Click what?
So funny.
That's porn.
Clickhole.
My mother told me not to do that.
When have you ever listened?
No.
What was the very first creepypasta? Ted the Caver. All right. Damn, that was a fun. Fucking creepypasta. All right, my next thing that scared me. Are we ready?
Mm-hmm.
The Goosebumps episode, The Haunted Mask, Part 1.
Good episode.
That
Never
episode
watched
scared the shit out of me.
I'm sorry. Jordan, did you just say you never watched Goosebumps?
Mhm.
You are a liar. You are fake. You are a phony.
Ouchie.
The haunted mask was the scariest thing in the world.
I'm kidding, Jordan. I love you.
I was scared of masks after that. I don't think my Halloween costumes ever had masks after that.
Really?
As a kid, no, I'm pretty sure I never wore a Halloween costume with a mask.
You're
But after
that
that-
scarred.
What'd you say?
You're that scarred by it.
I'm that scarred, yeah. I don't do masks now. There's one day that mask's gonna come onto my face, and I'll be more beautiful than I ever have been.
And that was the first Goosebumps like thing.
Was it?
Like of the TV show, yeah.
They started off hot. They started off hot. That one was so fucking scary to me.
It was really scary. I agree with you. And that mask was creepy as fuck. That mask was creepy as fuck.
It's like the Green Goblin mask. If the Green Goblin was like, hey, what if I was on meth and frightening?
I like to think that the mask like does like the whole thing that it does to Willem Dafoe, to whatever the girl's name is. And then at one point it like goes the itsy bitsy spider.
And it like fuses onto her skin.
Yeah. And then they made a sequel.
Yeah, I never watched the sequel. I was too scared.
The sequel is just as scary.
Well, I don't want to watch it then, Ian.
Because the green mask hooks onto an adult person, so it's an adult in that green mask.
That's even worse. Adults are scary on their own.
I know, right?
But yeah, I remember watching that. You know when I watched that? I watched that in daycare. The preschool I went to played that for us.
That's great.
That's a shitty daycare.
And I was terrified.
Well, on the subject of masks, one of the things that really scared me as a child, but I got over it actually, was Phantom of the Opera, the 2004 movie.
Mm.
Were you scared because it was so bad, or?
Well, I mean, now I'm like, ooh, this is bad. But back then, like, I don't know, like a phantom, like haunting, like a like that it just creeped me out a little bit growing up. I mean, I've always been a scary cat, to be honest, but like it creeped me out, like, because it came out in 2004 when I was like 8. So like second grade, like I'm still a baby.
Baby.
A baby. But luckily I got over it. And then in 5th grade I was the Phantom of the Opera for Halloween.
That's so cute. I was the Phantom my freshman year.
Well, what was funny is that like in 5th grade I had my glasses, so I had to wear my glasses over the mask.
Good.
In order for me to see. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to see. And how am I gonna walk in the costume parade if I can't see? That's a liability.
Exactly.
Well, you're right. There's nothing scarier than a phantom who has perfect vision. So
Exactly. And now I love Phantom of the Opera. It's a great musical. The movie's so bad.
It really is. Oh yeah, the movie's horrible.
Do you think
if you're gonna watch any filmed version, it's the 2015 Royal Albert Hall.
Yes, it's so good.
If you're gonna watch any filmed version of the Phantom of the Opera, it's the original Lon Chaney film.
Do you think we're ever gonna get like a remake of the musical movie?
No.
I mean, it's almost been
probably
20
not
years.
for a long time.
It's been almost 20 years. I'd be surprised if we didn't. And Andrew Lloyd Webber likes money.
Dude, I hate to derail this podcast,
Do you?
Coffee Mate is putting out a line of Pop-Tart flavored creamers.
I thought you were gonna say pot,
No.
and it was gonna be like Jordan.
I can honestly say I've never had weed.
You never had weed? Is that what you said?
Yeah, like in an edible, or like I've never smoked it. I've never done anything.
Okay.
Frankie, have you?
No, I've never done any drugs.
I had to figure out I was allergic to it somehow.
Mm.
Why did we
Learn?
bring up weed? What happened? Are we scared of weed? Well, Ian is, but that's for
Well, not scared of it.
It'll kill them.
I just don't want it to kill me, yeah. Because Jordan said Pop Tarts and I said pot. I thought they said pot. That's where it came from.
Oh, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sorry.
Your own episode of the podcast, and you're not even paying attention.
I got distracted by something that happened in my room.
This is the
Did
fan
a
of the
poster
opera.
fall?
What did you say,
Hmm?
Jordan? What did you say?
I said, did a poster fall?
No, my books fell, like a pile of books that I have.
It was the fan of the opera.
Oh, Jesus Christ, he's a long way from the opera.
Well, he needs a
The
vacation
Phantom
every
of
once in a while.
Yeah, imagine you need a vacation and you decide to go to a fucking Elizabeth as your vacation. What a fucking shit choice that would have been. Like playing the original Silent Hill and fucking Harry Mason's like, yeah, I'm here on vacation. Did you fucking look at the town, Harry? He's going to vacation in Silent Hill.
Well, he thought it was going to be quiet. It would be a quiet neighborhood.
Yeah, it was real quiet because his daughter got kidnapped.
Jordan, what else were you afraid of as a child?
Okay, so this is a little bit lengthier of a conversation.
Okay.
That's fine. We need
Hasn't
to
stopped us
have the episode.
Rumors about MMO games like Webkins and Club Penguin.
I'm sorry, you were scared of rumors about the game?
Well, no. Okay, so there was like a creepypasta Webkins site.
What?
There was a creepypasta Webkins site. And it was called Cootykins.
And so Cootie, wait, Cootie as in like
Cootie, Kooty.
Yeah, as in like you're a little kid and you don't talk to boys or girls or whatever because they'll give you cooties.
Well, that's true, but
that is true. Women
and they would put out like YouTube videos. Like they had one about a werewolf that would hunt and eat your Webkins. They had like all kinds of stories. They would come up with their own like creepy Webkins and tell you their background. And there was rumors about like there's an update coming to Webkins where like they're gonna die, and like all this other stuff. There was a rumor where Dr. Quack
Who's Dr. Quack?
Dr. Quack.
Who is that? I don't.
He ran the clinic. So when your Webkin was sick, you took it to him and he would give you medicine to make your Webkin better.
I never had a Webkin.
Okay.
I don't know. I know what they are. I know what they are, but I didn't know they had a fucking doctor.
Oh yeah, there's a
doctor.
I
didn't know they had a medical.
There's a whole bunch of stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a medical system going on, healthcare.
But there was a rumor that anytime you took your pets to him, instead of treating them, he would poison them, and eventually they would die.
Oh, that's a good rumor.
I like that rumor.
And like I was terrified of these because I had, not to brag, I had over 50 Webkins growing up.
Jesus Christ.
That was the only thing I ever asked for from like kindergarten to like 5th grade. So for my birthday, Hanukkah, and Christmas, that was all I ever got. And I was also going through a lot of like medical stuff at the time, and I had to do like surgeries and different like scary scans and stuff. And my parents would be like, here's a webcam to take with you to make you feel better.
Aw.
So I had a lot of webcams.
And then
I was
someone told
terrified of
you,
losing them all.
they're about to die.
Yeah.
That'd be sad if you lost all your webkins, especially during that time.
Yeah.
But also, like, Dr. Quack, kind of like him.
What a quack, right?
he's quackers.
What a real quack. Am I right or am I right, fellas?
You're right. You're so right, you're left.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. So I have one that is going to be shocking to people. As a kid, as like a 5-year-old, 4-year-old me going to daycare, right?
This
I
daycare
was
that
scared.
showed you scary shit.
Yeah, this wasn't from the daycare, like from the daycare itself. It was like a person I went to daycare with. Because like, so the way the daycare worked was you could go there up until, like they had a preschool, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you could also go there until up to like 5th grade, as like
Oh,
after,
shit.
before and after school care. So I had like, so there was there were older kids that were there, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was scared of, because of one of the older kids, and I'll explain what happened. I was scared of professional wrestling.
Whoa.
Yeah, right. That's why I think I didn't watch it forever, because I didn't get into it until like way later than like when most people my age were getting out of watching wrestling. That's when I started watching it. Because specifically, I was scared of the Undertaker.
Oh, that's fair though.
Because they would talk about how the Undertaker was but like here's the thing: as a 4-year-old, you don't know that wrestling is fake, right?
Right.
You assume it's real.
That's because it is funky.
Yeah, I know. So they have the Undertaker, and they're like, yeah, the Undertaker has his brother Kane, and the Undertaker murdered the storyline is he murdered his family, and he killed his brother Kane, or he thought he killed his brother Kane, but he didn't. And Kane came back, and he set the Undertaker on fire and buried him alive, and all these things happened. And obviously it's fake, but you're a 4-year-old hearing someone talk about this. He's like, the Undertaker has lightning and firepower. And I had never seen what the Undertaker looks like. So I was imagining a literal devil, like a demon from hell.
And then he's just an old man.
Yeah, no, he's just a fucking libertarian. Which is scary in its own way. In its own unique and different way.
Anti-disestablishmentarianism.
But yeah, I was terrified of professional wrestling because I thought that this was like a sport that employed just a fucking mass murderer, and then they were killing people on live television, somehow getting away with it
For entertainment.
And later, your entertainment.
And now I love wrestling.
You do.
But damn, it was scary the way this kid was describing it. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, why is this allowed to be on television? Yes, I was terrified of professional wrestling.
Wow.
Wow. And now look at you. Wrestle Fran.
Wrestle fan, wrestle boy.
Wrestle boy. Oh God. What else was I afraid of? I had a good one before, but then I lost it.
Do you want to talk about the It's a Small World rumors
No. What are the? Wait, I don't know what those are.
about the worker?
I don't know this.
I'm gonna message you because
Jordan. Why is Jordan such a fucking like shit poster as a child?
this is something I learned like later in life, but like
Just like
it's
learns
so
all
to do
these
with your
fucking
childhood.
internet rumors.
The only internet rumor I know about is the Disco Yeti. That's scary in itself. I'm trying to think what else I was afraid of. Oh my God. Why am I blinking? Because I was a scary little child. Oh,
I'm
ghost
sorry.
shows.
No. Jordan, you need to share this immediately. Ian, we gotta pause for a moment.
If Ian knows it, he
rumor
can
was-
share it.
The rumor was, no, I'm reading your message. I'm reading your message out loud. The rumor was that a worker hanged themselves, and you could see the shadow of the corpse hanging in their eyes.
Wait, where did you post this? I don't know this.
It's in the
Do
chat on
people think-
Skype.
Do people think shadows just like remain in the world?
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not a fucking photograph. Shadows just don't fucking hang around all night. What is this? Who believed this rumor?
I don't know. But it's a rumor, obviously.
Right. I was gonna say with shadows in the night. Like speaking of which, the thing that I was afraid of as a child were ghost shows. Like watching all those like ghost adventures and stuff. Like
I have Are You Afraid of the Dark on my list. I don't know if you ever saw that.
Show,
yeah, no, I'm talking about like the ghost hunting shows. The ghost hunting shows.
Like Zach Baggins, everyone's favorite.
Oh yeah, Zach Bagans. Zach Bacon strips.
Yeah. I remember Ian being scared by those shows as well as a kid.
Do you?
Oh my God. This is not
as a kid.
necessarily childhood media, but I think it would be great for you guys to share on the podcast.
No, Jordan statement. But Ian, I was gonna share that as well. I was gonna bring that up on my next go around. But Ian, I was scared of those shows as well. You know what kicked me out of being scared of those and like not believing in ghosts at all anymore?
What?
The episode, I don't know when this episode aired, so it might have been like I wasn't a kid anymore. But the episode when Zach Baggins broke out a fucking Xbox Connect to hunt ghosts, I was like, oh, so none of this is real then. We're breaking out the video game system to do this. Are we?
I mean, it worked.
Did it? Did it work?
I think it worked.
This man brought out. This man played some fucking Dance Revolution.
Well, that's the thing. That's why the ghost wanted to play Just Dance.
Oh yeah, the ghost. That's the sad thing about ghosts. No one thinks about this. They don't get to play Just Dance.
They don't. So that's why Zach really brought it. That's why, like, we should appreciate it. Yeah.
Just like Jordan, a giver.
Sure.
pfft,
I wasn't
Give
paying
her.
attention.
give her. I hardly even know her.
Oh my God. What do you know? What like particularly scared you about those shows?
I think just the prospect of like ghosts and like evil things. I think just like the prospect of like them just scared me. And
Mhm.
like I'm like, I don't want that in my house or in my life. Like, no, get that away. Get that out of here.
Get those ghosts out of here.
Get those ghosts out of here. I mean, since Jordan sneakily brought it up, should we talk about the
You know what?
thing?
You know what's really funny about this? I was telling this story earlier tonight. We were talking about this. Me and Amanda were talking about this earlier tonight.
I mean, it's a great story.
It is. So Ian and I are both.
This was my introduction to Frankie and Ian.
Yeah. So
It really was.
The background. Me and Jordan met in acting class in college.
Well, there's, I mean, the background to it is like.
Well, I'll get to that. Yeah, so we had to tell a story. Our acting teacher had a exercise. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, it was like it was kind of like an exercise, but also kind of like get to know your classmates.
Oh yeah, I hate icebreakers. Fuck those. If I want to break the ice, I'll play the game. Don't break the ice.
Oh, good game.
You ever play that game? That game was fun.
So good.
But
do they even make it anymore?
I don't know, man. They had those games too. It was like the whole company made like Don't Break the Ice, and they made the one where you had like the little alligator. You had to hit the teeth.
Mm-hmm. And they
On
had
the
Ants
alligator.
in My Pants.
Ants in My Pants, and the elephant one, where it would
I
shoot
looked on the
air,
elephant and
cat.
Freddy and his flying fish friends.
Oh my God, that was some fucking game.
What about Gooey Louie? What about Gooey Louie?
That's where's that at? Where's that at? Fucking MLG. Where's the MLG event for fucking Ants in My Pants? Anyway, we had to tell a story for this icebreaker, and they were separating us into two groups, and when we had to tell a story, and the whole group had to you told your group the story, and then when you went back into the room, the whole group would tell the other group the story, and the other group had to guess which member of the group's story it was. And we did my story. This was junior year of college. The year before, my sophomore year, Ian's junior year, we had gone to Kennywood for Phantom Fright Night, the Halloween, and it was still Fright Night back then.
Right, now it's called like some Fall Fest.
Yeah, Phantom Fall Fest or whatever. Because they open during the day. Now.
Yeah.
And then at night it becomes Fright Nights again, but.
That's cute.
Yeah. So we went to Fright Night, and Ian and I are scared
chicken
of
shit.
Clowns. Or chicken shit and scared of clowns. I'm also chicken shit as well of everything. But so Ian and I
Right. No, we didn't go through any of the haunted houses. We just went for the ride, honestly.
We went for the rides and the fall food.
Yeah, we weren't even there for the ambiance. We were like, take this ambiance away from us. Take these scare actors away. Just give us the rides and the fall food.
So Ian and I are ready. We're there. And we go to so Seton Hill had like you could go for like $5.
Yeah.
So that's why we went. It was cheap.
And our friends were going, like.
And our friends were going. So we go, we look at the map, and we see that there's a carnival area. So Ian and I are like, all right, there's going to be clowns here, obviously.
So
we're just going to avoid
the
carnival area. So I'm going to tell the story of the whole night now. Because there's things that happened before the clowns that I don't know if you remember. The clowns is the main event. But there is a thing that happens before the clowns.
Oh yeah, you almost broke somebody's finger.
I almost broke someone's shoulder. It's worse. So
Because we were walking through like a western area.
Well, before that, we're walking into the park, remember?
Oh yeah, we got scared by a
It's our
bush.
whole group, and our friend gets. I hear the trash can move, right? And I just see one of our friends at the trash can, and I'm like, "Did you fucking already run into something? There's no one in the way. What are you doing?" And as we're walking by, we then see a dude dressed in like a devil costume who had like shaken the trash can, laughing at me, yelling at our friend for bumping into a trash can that they didn't bump into.
They're already off to a great start.
Off to a great start. So then later in the night, we're going through a western area, and there's a guy sitting on a bench, but I don't think it's a guy. I think it's just like a creepy like prop because this dude is not moving at all. You can't see him breathing. He's not moving at all. But we then realize he's a person because the way he's sitting, his costume is like riding up a little bit. And you can see this man's got some fucking Air Jordans on. So we're all laughing about that. And then all of a sudden, I hear Ian say, "Nice costume." And the guy who had gotten up to follow us, who is at this moment right behind me.
Right at Frankie's ear.
Right at my ear goes, "Thanks."
Oh no, he didn't just go. No. He didn't just go thanks. He went and he yelled, "Thank you!"
And I jumped in the air, but I was also holding someone's arm. So when I jumped, I moved their arm up and almost dislocated their shoulder.
The piece de resistance.
The main event of what happened is at a certain point in the night, we were in a pretty like large group.
Yeah.
And so one part of the group wanted to go ride a ride.
No, they wanted to go through a haunted house.
Well, no, because we split into 3 groups.
Okay.
One of them wanted to ride a ride. One of them wanted to do a haunted house, which Ian and I were not going to do.
Right.
And me and Ian and 2 of the girls that were in the group wanted to get hot chocolate because it was getting cold.
Yeah.
Because like otherwise, I think we would have ridden on the ride.
I swear it was because all of them wanted to do a haunted house. Because if it was a ride, we would have been like, yeah.
Well, I really wanted hot chocolate because I was like freezing.
That's true.
It was super cold that like after a certain point. So we're walking and we're like, all right, we're gonna take the long way around because otherwise the short way is through the carnival section. Now earlier in the night we had seen 2 clowns, but we hadn't like interacted with them.
But we saw them.
A tall, bald clown with a chainsaw. And the other was a shorter guy with like the metal knee pads who runs and then
scrapes the sidewalk.
To make Sparksy laugh. All right. So we're walking, me and Ian, these 2 girls, we're walking. For context, more context, one of the girls from Pennsylvania has been to Kennywood multiple times. One of the girls from Michigan, this is her first time to Kennywood. So we're walking, me and Ian in the front. 2 girls behind us.
Big mistake.
Big mistake, because I make eye contact with the clown with the knee pads.
I make contact with the clown with the chainsaw because they're walking right towards us.
Yes. So the one with the knee pad steps towards me, and the one with the chainsaw revs it up.
Revs up the chainsaw. Frankie and I
Ian,
both.
Ian and I, without looking at each other, we fucking sprint away from these guys. We are running super fast. Ian's got asthma. There's fog machines going. We are sprinting like we're on a track team.
The clown with the knee pads is definitely running after us.
He is laughing and yelling, "I'm gonna get you. Why are you running? I'm gonna get you." We run past. There's a restaurant at Kennywood that you eat at inside, and at this point during Fright Nights, like during this time, it was a haunted house. So we're running towards there, and it's like that one was like the manor house, and it had like the Frankenstein's monster and the Bride of Frankenstein's monster, and those two and like a demon were there, and they turned towards us, and Ian and I are about to run into them, and we hear the one clown behind us. So Ian and I, at full speed, do like a 90-degree turn away from them as they turn around towards us.
And then we run past a carousel, and there was like a guy in like some sort of black outfit with a mask, like just lifted in his arms like he was about to go rawr.
Yeah.
We both just like veered slightly to get past him.
And we yelled nice costume at him. As we were running past.
You yelled nice costume. I went, nope.
So we're running past this guy too now. We make it all the way to the place with the hot chocolate.
That is on literally the complete other side. Yeah.
We had sprinted all the way there. We get there, we look around, we don't see the clown, but then we hear him. So we kind of like, in a video game when you have to hide from someone, we kind of just like merge into the crowd.
Right.
And the clown, like we see him, and he's looking around like an enemy we've aggroed. he's looking around, and then he just like gives up, and he finds a group like walking by, and he goes to harass them.
Now, meanwhile, the girls that we were with did not run after us.
So like after we realized the clown was leaving, we assessed our situation. And yes, the girls are not with us anymore. What had happened, now at this point, we come to find, is that the one girl tried to run, but she was shorter than us and couldn't get as far. And wasn't ready because we were in front. So while we both assumed both clowns were chasing us, that was not the case. The tall one with the chainsaw had gone towards the girls because they didn't run. And went up to the girl who couldn't get away fast enough and went to scare her and did, and she cried, and so he stopped scaring her and she explained what happened, and then when we met back up with her, said that the clown called us assholes for ditching them. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't regret it.
I don't regret it.
I don't regret ditching them because guess what? If that was a real killer clown, we would have survived.
Yeah.
We would have won.
We're surviving the horror movie. We're both the last girl.
All you've got to do when there's a bear chasing you is be faster than the slowest person in your group, and we are.
It's true.
I have not been to Phantom Fright Night since.
I have been to Phantom Fright Night since.
Oh, God.
I went last year. And you want to hear this story? Because I've never told you guys this story.
No. What is the story?
So I went prepared this time. I went super fucking prepared.
Okay.
I went with a group of friends. And I brought my phone with me. And before I went, I had downloaded a 4-hour YouTube video audio file. And I'm like, because like the other people I was with all wanted to do haunted houses, and I was the only one who wouldn't do a haunted house. So I was like, okay, when they go into a haunted house, I'm just gonna chill, listen to my thing, and eat food.
Work.
So they go to a haunted house, and I'm out there play. I go to they're going to a haunted house at Kennywood, like the main street when you first walk in, right?
Okay.
So like I didn't want to go too far away from there because like I was on my own,
Right.
and that's easy pickings.
Right.
And I'm not gonna sacrifice myself.
No.
So I stay in that area. There's a gift store there, so I go in there for a little bit. Because I have the haunted houses in the arcade.
Yeah.
I go in there a little bit. They have one of the games open, so I play that. I see one of the clowns, but the thing is, I'm leaning against the counter of the game, right?
Right.
And like facing the street, and so they're going after people that are just like walking, because the people who are walking aren't really paying attention to everything, and the people who aren't doing anything are and leaning back like I am, kind of have the eye on everything. So they can't sneak up on you. So I'm doing good, right? And then all of a sudden, and I'm listening to my podcast, and Ian, or my video, and Ian, what I'm listening to is Face Jam. The facts about fast food restaurants, and I'm laughing to myself, having a good time. And all of a sudden, I think I hear something, right? Because I have both earbuds in. I pull one out, and I don't hear it anymore. So I'm like, all right, it's fine. I put it back in. And then I'm like, I hear it again. All right. I pull the earbud out, and I hear a very high-pitched clown voice saying my name.
What?
And I look around, and I see a couple of clowns standing near the haunted house line. And one of them is yelling my name. And so I'm like, well, fuck this. I go into the store.
Work.
I come to find out that the group that I had gone with, because they saw me while they were waiting in line to get into the haunted house, right? They were yelling my name, the group, to like get my attention. But I had both headphones in, so I couldn't hear them.
Right.
But their yelling attracted two of the clowns that were walking around. And they go up to them and start joining in on yelling my name. But I did go into the store, and it was fine because they weren't going to go into the store and harass people.
Right.
But like,
imagine if they did.
I almost got by the clowns another time.
No, I thought it was going to be because the people in the group told them your name to fuck with you.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Well, they were yelling my name, and then they joined in, but they did say we're like trying to talk to our friends or like get our friends' attention, and so then they joined in. But
you almost got gotten. Well, I'm happy.
Almost did get. I didn't know, but they were like, well, they saw me go into the store. They realized it was me after I went in, but they were like, well, we're not gonna go into the store,
right,
and do things. So I was like, I made the right choice.
You went, ha, bitch.
So I'm not going back again. I went there 2 times, and I'm 0 for 2 both times. During my time going.
Are you sure you don't want to make it 3 times the charm?
Yeah, let's do it.
No, I don't like 3 times. 3 is an unlucky number.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. The more you know.
Yeah. All right, Jordan. Anything else that scared you?
Yeah, I have a few things.
Okay,
I can do like rapid fire if that's what we need.
that's fine. Yeah, because I only have one more thing that came to me during the recording of this.
Okay. There was, I don't know if you guys will remember it, but like, you know how Nickelodeon used to do like the short films that were submitted by people who watched Nickelodeon?
No.
No.
What?
Okay.
Did you have a different childhood than me? Like,
I don't know. They did it like late at night.
did we grow up in different realities?
Maybe, I don't know. But they would do it late at night, and they were like 2 minutes maximum, you know? And most of them were like pretty calm. They were like claymation or whatever, or like really simple animation. And this one was stop motion.
Oh no.
And it was previously lost media until somebody found a recording of it, like on their old DVR or whatever. But it is a short film about a guy that does taxidermy. Or at least this is what people think. The person who like originated the post was like, I remember a dancing skeleton of a deer. And people were like, I think this is what you're talking about, maybe. So it's this guy that does taxidermy and like wet specimens and stuff. And he keeps adding to his collection, and the animals are like upset because they're dead. And
Yeah.
they're like, it's not fair that like we're dead and that we're not allowed to rest. There's no talking, it's just music, but like whatever. So they escape and they kill the guy and turn him into taxidermy.
Ugh.
And it's terrifying.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
And that is,
I can try and find it for you.
that's the story of Chuck Testa. Do you remember Chuck Testa?
I do.
It's called Butcher's Hook.
It even had a creepy
Guys.
name.
Yeah, if you guys want to look it up.
No.
So Nickelodeon just let this air on their channel?
Uh-huh.
Well, it was at night,
that
right?
was like, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but
So,
we
like,
all know
that
every
was-
kid was watching George Lopez at 3 a.m.
Oh my god, I
You're right.
definitely was.
Dun, 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 dun.
So my next one is about the Animal Crossing GameCube game.
I'm sorry. The Animal Crossing GameCube game?
Uh-huh. We'll get there. So there's an Animal Crossing character. I don't know if she's actually from the GameCube or if she was like a newer edition, but she's a cat and she has no face. Her name is Blanca. Pretty creepy.
I'm going to look up Blanca.
There was, so Cap'n. He's a pretty famous
Oh my god.
Animal Crossing. Right?
Oh my
Creepy.
god.
You want
Blanca
to share
is
it?
creepy as hell. I'm on my phone, so.
Oh, okay. I'll try and do it.
She appears during multiplayer and asks the player to draw a face on her.
Yeah.
All right, go on. Yeah, you're scared of Cap'n too?
Well, I'm not scared of Cap'n, but like it's pretty weird. He is themed after a water demon from Japanese culture that drowns people and eats their flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Give me a second. I'm trying to find Blanca for you guys to share her. Can you see her?
Yeah, Blanca's fucking. I hate it.
Yeah.
She's also wearing a
She's great.
clown outfit. That makes it worse.
Right. Clowns are just scary.
Clowns suck.
They really do. They're not fun.
Gyroids are also kind of crazy. They did scare me as a kid, but I didn't understand why they scared me until like New Horizons came out and people started talking about Animal Crossing again. They are a ritual burial totem that are soulless, and in the game they make music, so they're like kind of cute-ish, not really. But there's a bunny villager named Coco, and she's in my New Horizons game. And she's a gyroid. She just has holes for eyes and a mouth.
Same.
There was a glitch where I don't remember which game this was. This wasn't the GameCube one. It may have been City Folk. But there was a glitch where if you resetted your game while in a friend's town, your character, like when you came back to the game, would have a gyroid face. There's obviously the 3:30 in the morning alien broadcast, which is always really creepy. There was a tomato juice shirt, which just looked like a white shirt soaked in blood. And last but not least, Brutus.
Buddha? You were scared of Buddhists?
Huh?
You're scared of Buddhists?
No,
That's
Brutus.
not very... Oh.
He was a purple... He was a purple and black bulldog villager that was completely made up, but like everyone was terrified of him. He had glowing red eyes and he wore black. Some people say that like he only spoke in binary, and others were like he would threaten to ruin your game and harm your villagers, and he would taunt you. Supposedly he would move into your village and he would glitch out your game until it was completely broken. And at that point, he would tell you that he had done it on purpose because you had abandoned your villagers for too long. And you'd never be able to play your game again.
Oh.
Was that real or?
No. It was just
that was
like
just
a rumor that went around online and like in the schoolyard and stuff that spread. That is it for my scary childhood media.
Frankie, take us home with yours.
I'll take us all home, everybody. The scariest thing that I can remember is something that is obviously not real, but it would be on Friday nights as a kid. We would go to my neighbor's house. And at my neighbor's house, we would watch, or we would play board games, and we would go over at like 8 o'clock at night, and it would be there till like 10 or something, right? And they would have the TV on in the background, but they would just they didn't have cable or anything, so it was just like the basic channels.
Right.
So it would have CBS on usually. And at like 9 or 10, somewhere around there, would come on fucking 2020. A show all about murder and children being kidnapped.
That is true, yeah.
And so my last thing that I would hear about before going to bed on Friday night or Saturday nights, it was usually Saturday nights, would be about these fucking children being murdered.
Aww.
And I just couldn't go to sleep. You know what else also scared me as a child? This one legitimately scared me. And I debated on saying it, but you know what? Fuck it. I can say it. Michael Jackson scared me as a child.
Oh my god, same though.
Michael Jackson, because of the way he looked. near the end of his life, or when we were kids, though,
Right.
legitimately frightened me.
I have another one. You
Like,
reminded me of it.
To the point that there were times as a kid I would go into the bathroom and whip open the shower curtain just to make sure Michael Jackson wasn't there. Just to ensure that this creepy man hadn't invaded my home and hidden in the shower.
I love that.
Yeah, I really do love that. Aw, Frankie.
To add to that, I did the exact same thing, but with the Blue Man Group.
You were scared of the Blue Man Group?
I was terrified of the Blue Man Group until I was in like high school. And then, like, it was almost as soon as I got over my fear, they put out the itinerary for the spring band competition in Chicago. And they were like, we're going to go see Blue Man Group. And they spit in my friend's hand.
Oh.
I thought you were going to say they spit in my face. The Blue Man Group spit in your friend's hand?
Yeah, they like had an assistant come out and she was like, hey, so you're going to throw a Toblerone into one of their mouths. And he was like, okay, whatever. And then he came back after he caught it and spit it back into his hand, ungloved. The things we did pre-COVID.
Yeah, imagine that happening now.
Wait, speaking of like silent people that creeped us out, the final thing that I'll say, did you ever watch like that show about like magic revealed where the masked magician like revealed the magician's secrets? That masked magician was creepy as fuck.
That masked magician was fucking scary as shit, Ian.
Like, I hated that so much. And like the fact, like that mask, ugh. Like I saw clips of it like one time and I was like, no, I can't. This is too scary. I'm just a baby.
Well,
I'm just a baby.
Well, on that note, we're gonna end this episode of the PACRats. We hope we scared you all, and you're crying in the corner because you can't go to sleep tonight because you're frightened by all of the stories we've told you.
Ooh.
Before we end, I did promise that I was going to expose myself.
Yeah, I'm curious about this.
So I uploaded today the PACRats discuss childhood crushes. I didn't really listen to the episode after I edited it, but it's been a while since I did any work on it. I was editing the other two up, so I didn't really pay attention to it.
Right.
So I guess someone has watched it and commented on it. And I guess in the episode I say, because I upload the videos, it'll be pride when you hear this.
Oh no.
I check and then they say, so the comment says in quotes, it'll be pride when you hear this. Check the calendar. I mean, it's spooky time, but I guess this holiday is kind of like pride. Happy to hear you guys again. And
well, happy to hear from you.
Yeah, we're happy to hear from you.
Yeah, why don't you send me a goddamn fucking question, huh?
Oh.
All right, don't attack the one person watching our videos.
Well, now we lost them. So thanks,
I just want a fucking question. Anything. Ask me how I like my coffee. Ask me if I like to suck toes. I don't give a shit.
Oh my god. Oh, no one asked. The statement made by Jordan Ringworm Turner does not reflect the views of the PACRats.
That's what you think.
No, I think I'm right on that.
I wasn't paying attention.
Okay.
Sorry. My
Okay, you might be
sister messaged me on Facebook.
I made a really funny comment, so
I'll listen to it later, maybe. Probably not.
we don't listen to the show. No one listens to this. Except for the one person that commented that you insulted immediately.
Ian, was it you?
No.
But with that out of the way, next time you hear us, I don't know what the episode will be because we don't plan that far in advance.
We never do.
It'll be Jordan's episode.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
it's a lie.
Okay.
Maybe it'll be something from the back catalog that I haven't uploaded yet.
Let me see if I have a topic next episode. Maybe we can. Oh yeah. Okay. Do you guys want to pick right now?
Sure. Yeah.
Or
give us a little
do
tease.
you want it to be like a surprise?
No. Well, let's do a surprise. Jordan has ideas. That's all you need to know, fans.
I have a lot of ideas.
So let's get down to business before we wrap this up, so we can stop because we're going for like an hour and 20. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Share this video with your friends and your family and your enemies. And if you like the podcast, share this with your friends and family. If you don't like the podcast and you think we're bad and terrible, share it with the people you don't like.
Yeah.
Remember to follow us on Instagram, where we promote all of the episodes, where our crack social media team promotes all of the episodes that have been uploaded when they are informed that episodes have been uploaded. Follow us on Twitch, where we will stream every once in a blue moon.
Oh, we should do that again.
We should stream it.
Yes.
Follow, subscribe to us here on YouTube. I think that's all of the social media that we do, because we don't really post on Twitter. We have a Facebook, but we barely use that as well.
Right.
Finally, and most importantly, send us an email with a question that you want us to answer on the show. We will answer them on the show. We have a mailbag segment that's never been used because we get no questions.
One day, we will get a
The
question.
mailbag segment's just sitting in the corner of the room collecting dust, crying every day.
The day that we get a question.
The
We'll be
The
mailbag
day we
segment
get a
is dead by
question,
then.
I will get drunk for the podcast.
Oh my god, that's special.
You haven't done it before?
I usually drink. I have not in the past year.
Jordan's drank during the podcast. I don't think Jordan's been
I
drunk.
used to. Used to drink Yingling and Moosehead.
With that,
Moosehead?
I think that's all the business. I'm not addressing it. That's all the business to take care of. So with that, thank you very much for listening. This is Frankie.
It's Ian.
And Jordan Ringworm Turner.
Saying goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.